Never mind, doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you dance, 'cause it's a very, very short life. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you dance, 'cause it's a very, very short life.
On me a blue R's, hit the turn pages till he got to the root bar. Hit the curves naked with the sock on his dude. It's a wonderful night for the moon bar. Cherubim serenade us on the sketchy tune heart. Venus plays the bass strings strung between two stars. Jesus levitates on a fungus of blue heart. And Sarah Pagan's abduction in Utah. Pardon. I said welcome to the terror zone. Never get an acid to a man with the megaphone. He will get frantic and then he won't let it go. If you ever see his head explode. And when the crowd dies, I hope that they've been entertained and found me useful. Like safety information on a train. To be truthful, I crave just a little taste of fame and it hit me. Ego is a waste of praise. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. What that matters is you dance, 'cause it's a very, very short life. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. What that matters is you dance, 'cause it's a very, very short life.
Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you dance. It's a very, very short life. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you dance. It's a very, very short night.
I like Israeli. My point brother. Here we go. Never mind. Here we go bounce on this one.
Walking around with a slight lip. It's not a G thing, but I've got my ankle in. A been throwing up the dice in the eye chip. I'm not sleeping while my head is tangling. I need an aspirin, but I need a Saturday. A cup of tea to drink, possibly a Jaffa cake. Or just to leave it in below the bad man in bed. Good H's on the chip without the man. Come here, you mustn't get it. You can help me with my problem, have to think of it. Bring it in, twinkle click, and you think it is. Sorry, I'm in a day. Sorry, that was worse than dreadful. It's my stress levels, it's my work schedule. But my desk kept full of words, I'm settled on earth, I'm busy, I'm in effect, I'm in a perfection. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you love, cause it's a very, very short life. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you love, cause it's a very, very short life.
Never mind.
I move fast, put the flies on me and blue bars. Skip the turn pages till he got to the roof bar. Hit the curves naked with the sock on his doodah. It's a wonderful night for a blue bar. Cherubim, serenaders on the sketch of the two bar. Venus pays the base, spinning strong between two stars. Jesus levitates on the fungus of blue heart. And serenade the production in Utah. I said, welcome to the terror zone. Never give an acid to a man with the megaphone. People get frantic and then he won't let it go. You ever seen a rapper's head explode? And when the crowd rise, I hope that they've been entertained and found me useful. But stating information on a train is to be truthful. I crave just a little taste of pain and it
Ego is a waste of brain.
it doesn't matter what you look like. What that matters is you dance. Cause it's a very, very short life. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. What that matters is you dance. Cause it's a very, very short life. It doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you dance. Cause it's a very, very short life. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you dance. It's a very, very short
Well. Thank you, Disraeli.
running in the moonlight, trying to catch a falling tide. Pressure out from the phone, running in the morning light, trying to catch a sea of tide. Running in the morning light, fresh off. Come on, particularly lately, never carry on, what a fleet. Being I'm a doer, I've been doing tools, steam glamour, and the clips in the stuff instead of shoes. So don't invite me to your pussy little dinner. The way I have pretty handy with your clothes. Stick me in the cellar with the swimmer. But you're more my scene, come strip me in my clothes. Cause I can always show civility for hours. Eventually something sours. Something brings itself around me, yelling out it's time to wriggle out your trousers, putting people out there pouting. Running in the morning light, marsh out into the freak for me. There's a space out of history. There'll be my decision into my hole. When the day rises, I have struck gold. Peace, fire, celebration. That's my church. I prefer the wind over many climate organs. When I chat my words, I launch my soul. People say there's madness in the heat of my performance. Maybe so. Maybe there'll be sorrow on my death stone. Maybe I'll be geriatric until the big Tesco. Please don't have it honest with the ghetto. I'm honestly the opposite of London. Running in the morning light, trying to catch a falling tide. Running in the morning light, pressure out. Running in the morning light, trying to catch a sea of tide. Running in the moonlight. Pressure. Look, Daddy was a preacher man. Spoke the Holy Ghost at peace protest. Reclaim the streets together, sweet roses, part the asphalt. Tell it like a town crier, like the news. They will never televise the news. People in 1940s. Truths that you had to fight to fight. People in fact to write the clients. They want to take for life. I learned sanity from catcher in the ride. Stamina is mine. Wild animals, caravan standing in the vine. Grizzly bear is mine. A piston and a steed. Ever back in Bristol in my dreams. The world is often ending, and that is often cause for joy. I can have an essence in a wall of waves, banging a snare drum, fucking out the murderous smoke. That come.
We've still got further to go.
Never mind, doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you don't, cause it's a very, very short life. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you don't, cause it's a very, very short life.
Wake up, police, school kids, traffic, town air, heavy with ashes. It's a dirty trip down here, very sick habit. Stick like in your back finger and a fit. Honey! Now me stop. Have a cup of tea and find your spot. City fuckery has your mind all shot. Your head's hits it, yours that clutch. But it's hard, no long for the car smoke. See kids half cut till they can't grow. Make secret hard love till the heart's broken. Glass houses, sweet cars, fast stones. Part of the blood's more bright. Enter the pool park, cover your eyes. But keep that fire in your stomach alive. And sing for the love of your life. Come on. Views on more than Hanson. Another MP plays Primo. Some rock singer says he is the antidote. And Barack still has a close one Alamo. Rich country, the same shit. People will come for you to let it. Comfortably aimless, the dangerous justice lies. A hundred the basics. But I will not hold steady. There's a bomb stitched into my belly. And the next big bang is later. Trust every one of my mates a great man. You a badly mad delicate. You're an oak tree climbing a seat to keep that fire in his stomach alive and sing for the love of your life. Come on. Turn my face off with my fresh plate full of buzzing lady that you're a double of a sexy bird. I'll get you unless you get me first. Buckle my boots on and dragon and brush you out my feet. Right to my knees, see kid like me. When the water since I breathe, suck it all in. Dominate 10 miles trees. The footprints I leave, and I've been walking since morning. Never not like it. Never seen stars like this. Swear come to me to come to be a shapeless. Fuck teas and drug cities and wages. Run movie that I got takers. Hungry to the end of the cliff of the day. It's howling. Watching other people run. Sing for the love of your life. Come on.
Okay, Siri, listen to this.
I'm listening.
Listen to this.
There's nothing in your music library.
Well, that's no good. Okay, Siri, fill music library. All the flies on me are blue-arsed. extraordinary general meeting of mugwumps in Gillett Square in about a week. over. I'm just a very quick prick, mate. It's too late. I've already sent it to too many people. Hey, Birdie man, flick it down. Flick it down a minute. Hey, Ian, listen to me. Namaste.
What's that on your forehead?
It's a bindi.
I've got something on mine too, but
Is that for the monobrow?
no, it stretches out the two lines in the middle of the
Oh, I get you.
It's like natural Botox. I don't
Yeah.
know if I doubt about it.
No, but I get you.
You know my secret.
It's all right. I'm fairly good with it, but I just did an accidentally release someone's secret too early.
What secret was that?
My friend told me about his idea for a charity boat.
Boat.
Yeah, and I immediately set up a fundraiser for it in his name, and he's really pissed off at me. He was like, "What do you mean, fucking butty barge? Fuck you, man!" Like he was hurt. It hurt his feelings. Because I ended it with, "We promise not to spend a penny of it on crack."
What, on the fundraising stuff?
Yeah, that was my final comment. So he was pissed off because he does a bit of crack every now and again. It was a bit too personal and a bit too public all at once.
Yeah, it's not something you want people knowing about me, is it?
Yeah, and I linked him to it on Facebook, and he was like, "You better fucking delete that right now."
This is the worst possible lighting for me. I'll remember that for future reference.
Okay, yeah, you need an ambient glow with a LED, all the colours where you could just say, "Okay, Siri, change it to blue, a little more cyan."
I know.
Puce.
You can see every crevice.
No, you're not that wrinkly. You're not a prune, you know. You're more of a grape. You're not a wrinkled raisin. How's it going anyway?
Well, as you can see, I'm wide awake when I shouldn't be.
Well, me too. I had 3 hours on a Zopiclone. That's fucking embarrassing. They're supposed to knock you out for fucking 8.
What's it called?
Zopiclone. They're shit.
It's just a really stupid name.
It's really, it zop you out, yeah. Zopiclone.
Like the name of a failed clown.
I'll write that in my book. That's fucking funny. Oh, yeah.
The clown that didn't mix cut.
Oh, that's agony. Yes, I'm in a bit of discomfort because I've gone too far. I've started interfering with real people's lives and just throwing them at the wall, you know, pinning them to the cross.
So you're talking about the boat thing again?
I'm talking about the boat thing again.
Well, I think it was well meant. It wasn't like
Well meant, but as they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And I got in contact with an old friend of mine who's like the most vulnerable, fucking beautiful man that I know in London. Asked him what his dream was, and then staple gunned him to the wall with it, like fucking Tyler Durden. So he's a bit hurt. It was a bit much.
Yeah, it's hard not. Sometimes I'm impulsive, and then I regret often.
Yeah, it's like bipolar. It's a bipolar thing. I don't care at this stage because I know that I did it right. I did correctly.
For the right reasons, you mean?
Not only the right reasons, but the effect will fucking succeed. My way works. That's what I reckon.
It's still up.
Huh?
It's still up. Fundraiser is still up, you're saying?
It's still up. I just fucking launched it. I'm waiting for Facebook to approve it. I'm going to get him a fucking boat. It's going to cost about $7,000. You know what I mean?
I thought there's that. What's that crowdfunder site?
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should set one up and make up jokes and just do them.
Well, people contribute to the stupidest things
I
on there.
know. So we write better jokes. Potato salad is so fucking 2006. So the Budgie Barge, I'll tell you a little bit about it. The Budgie Barge, we're going to get a Dutch barge base, a metal boat barge, quite big. And it'll be big enough to sleep 13 people. And we're going to use it as a emergency homeless shelter in London.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the Buddy Barge.
Like a floating hostel.
A floating hostel with sandwiches, cup of tea, soup kitchen, good punk scene, good gigs, you know, welcoming,
Rave. Yeah.
rave, you know, that sort of thing. On the Lee, the River Lee. Not the canal. Too wide for the lock.
What's that doorknob behind you?
That's a liquid doorknob.
Like
It's
that.
called a liquid doorknob. It looks like a physical object, but it's made out of liquid. It's just hovering there.
I like embellished. I like things like that.
That's my mum's taste, that is. She put them on there. She's quite good at that.
Yeah, well, I'm disappointed because I actually got to bed on time for once tonight. I was in bed at midnight, ready to sleep. And,
Is it 2:42 already? It's 2:42 already. Fucking hell. I feel like it was 11 o'clock. I woke up and 15 minutes has gone by. It was 3 hours. I'm time travelling hard.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Time does travel fast when you're kind of lying awake.
Well, I'm not lying awake. I'm just staying busy.
Well, yeah, I got up in the end. I gave up because I was in pain. It's funny, I wasn't in pain when I got into bed, but then when I was getting into bed,
The minute I get into bed, I start kicking. Like my legs start going. I start getting heart palpitations. I start beating myself up.
is that mental then?
It's, well, mind and body are linked, and the minute I try and sleep, it goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
I fall asleep, fine, but if I try and sleep, it's ruined.
It's the total opposite for me because it's the physical pain that kicks in that triggers the mental thoughts, whereas it's the other way around.
Okay, yeah, I think we're equal and opposite reactions, Sarita. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
It is.
Equally annoying.
Equally annoying, but you don't annoy me, so that's one thing.
Totally screws up the next day when the lack of sleep.
Yeah, so my mum's coming tomorrow morning, and she's going to Borneo. She's got to get to sleep and go to Borneo.
Oh, lucky her.
Yeah, so I've got 3 weeks without my mum in the country, which is good. So I'm going to go to London and do some political manoeuvrings. I'm going to start a new party called Vote Mugwump. Do you know what a mugwump is?
The name is familiar, yes.
So once Boris Johnson said about Jeremy Corbyn, he may be a mutton-headed old mugwump, but he's dangerous. And that triggered me to look up mugwump, and so did the world, and it was hilarious. A mugwump is the head wizard. Dumbledore, sorry.
I thought he was in Roald Dahl.
Mugwump is in Roald Dahl as well. It's an actual word. You've got an extra one, so you get a merit part. Hermione Granger gets a merit. 10 points to Gryffindor. It's a job description, not a person. A mugwump is a head wizard. So to say a mutton-headed old mugwump means this man will be Prime Minister.
One can only hope.
Well, that's what Vote Mugwump's about. It's a funny, magical, get Labour in the next election trick. It's my trick.
The thing is, people are going to vote like tactically.
That's why I'm going to sop up all the tactical voters from people that don't want to vote for Brexit and don't want to fucking vote for a political party.
You know, like people are going to vote tactically.
Yeah.
Like they end up cancelling each other out.
They do, yeah.
Before we get back in.
That's right. That's the trouble. So
How do you stop that
I'll
happening?
tell you why. It's called the Mugwumps. Now, back in the time when American Indians used to get into office in America, the Mugwump Party were like 13 members of parliament that got voted in during an election, and they formed their own party, which swung the whole thing into free America. Back when they were deciding whether or not slavery should be a good idea or not. I don't know what that is, but it looks horrible.
What I've just done to the screen.
No, your hand was in front of it. It looked like a pair of bollocks. It was horrible.
Oh, it's my...
Just for a minute, it looked like somebody flaps their knob out. Sorry.
I was trying to work out if I could minimise you, but then go on the internet. I don't know if you can do that. I can go in Messenger, but it doesn't let you go, like go on
no.
browse.
Phone me back in a minute then. Or phone me on my mobile number.
No, I don't need to browse. It's not important.
All
I
right.
just wanted to be able to do that. I can't remember. I was going to look something up.
I shared your post about like doing nothing all day apart from making some toast and going to the garage.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, to the guild because
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
it just struck me as quite a timely. Yeah, mate. Wait, maybe we should look at our internet addiction kind of message without being a little bit profound and a little bit preachy, but without being kind of holier than thou.
Yeah.
Maybe we should look at this, lads. That sort of angle. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's admissions. If you admit that you've got a problem and then post it, it helps people who've also got that problem.
Yeah.
All right, and that's why I posted it, because I thought it did the job. I've had internet addiction. I used to do 16 hours a day. Literally, sitting there with fucking bed sores on my ass. 16 hours a day in front of a big screen Mac. Horrible. Never went out. Your head is totally okay. You're not mentally ill.
No, it's the drugs are making me feel like I am.
Yeah, that's right, and that's why I'm your friend, because I need that kind of baseline.
Am I your control?
You're my control group in the placebo effect of my life, yeah. That's right. Control to headquarters, control base, come in. You see, I just did an alchemy joke. Base.
I'm a control in a scientific experiment.
Yeah.
The control doesn't change.
I just ate a milky button that's got promethazine on it. Promethazine hydrochloride. It made me drool.
I can see it dribbling.
Yeah.
It's horrendous.
Horrendous. Cheers.
It's dribbling it.
Down
Is
there.
that a South Park mug?
Mm-mm. This is from the job centre.
What, South Park mug?
No, it's not South Park. They're cartoon characters, but not South Park. They're just generic multi-faith people working together. With Welsh language. It says Mynd ffordd i'r gael swydd gyda chymunedau ar gyfer gwaith I mewn, which means something.
I'll tell you what's odd.
Get on the road to employment with Communities for Work Plus.
I think it's in the last 10 years you started seeing like Muslim people visible in adverts on television.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's like one of the biggest religions in the UK, but you don't see Jewish people, Orthodox Jewish
No,
people.
because Jewish people just look like your average white people. So you can't tell Jewish people secular. Orthodox, they don't want to be on telly. They literally don't want to be. It would be rude.
Yeah, but if you're doing something that's inclusive, it's not really their choice. They get
Orthodox Jews are only like less than 1%. There's not many of them. There's a lot of Jews, but there's no Orthodox. There's a few communities in London. How many Orthodox Jews do you see wandering about the street in Swansea with their curly hair and their top knot?
I don't know, but I know there's a few in the uplands. I've heard.
Yeah, a few. So it's a very few. Swansea's like 250,000 people. So there's a few in 250,000. That's not 1%.
Yeah, I guess.
So they're represented equal to their percentage in the population. There's a hell of a lot more fucking Muslims, and they're obvious. You can tell because they're kind of brown and they hang around in families. Well, don't they? Usually, there's other types of Muslim, like there's Sufi Muslims that are a little more solitary. They're a little bit more like the wizard branch of the Muslim faith.
Yeah,
I love Sufis, mate. I've got a lot of time for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend's a Sufi. She's transgender as well. Well, worse than fucked up. Fucked, literally, for money. That's her job. She's really good at it.
Too much information there.
Sorry, but you did say fucked up. I was like, hang on, that's a bit rude. That's my friend you're talking about. Yeah, she's a Sufi mathematician.
If I was a transgender Muslim, I'd be screwed up, I think, from what I'd have to deal with. I mean,
Exactly, that's why I've got so much respect for her. That's why I've got so much respect for her. Because she is that screwed up because of how people perceive her. And, you know, she went to school and they fucking abused her very badly. She's white as well, she's from Essex. I mean, some people, mate, are totally unique. They defy all categorisation. And she's one of them. She's my favourite example of a very strange human that's totally normal when you meet her.
So you thought about writing like the Toby Chronicles?
It's one of my books that is published at the end of time. It's called The Chronicle of Why.
Yeah, I'm thinking about novelising you, or putting you in my novel as a character.
If you would, I would be so honoured, my dear. That would really help. Try it, please. Like, start writing that. Because then I'd know where I stand, if you know what I mean. Authorially.
Yeah, you will be in my novel. You will be a character.
Mm.
You'll be popping up.
And just call me Toby in the book.
I will. I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Because Izzy Godden is my fictional character that I use as my main life. So that's like copyrighted. Izzy Godden's my Harry Potter. You're not allowed to use it, it's trademarked. But Toby's generic enough, it means God is good in Hebrew.
The Toby Diaries.
Yeah. So help that. You find the diaries. I'll put some diaries together for you to find in Swansea somewhere. I'll conspire with Gwilym Games to hide them in the library.
Is that his name, Gwilym Games?
It is now.
I should have asked him.
Yeah. So Gwilym Games is Gwilym Games. And we'll have fun. We'll make a treasure hunt for Sarita.
I bet it is, isn't
It is his fucking name. I bet it's like Games or something. What's he look like?
It's French. You look at Anthony Bizarre. He's like one of these guys who's kind of bald on top, but they've got stupidly long hair. Curly, stupidly long wavy hair, black.
Brilliant.
I don't know if I'm not sure if he dyes it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No.
That's it.
Funny because I spent the whole evening with him. I can't remember what he was wearing. I think it was like a long black coat.
Yeah, generic. He's a Matrix archivist. He's a fucking wizard. He's a wizard, mate. That's the only thing I could say. Anyone that does a degree in library studies is a fucking wizard in my book.
I think he's got sort of facial hair as well, like a moustache. Yeah, he's got the whole thing going on.
Yeah, got you. He's a wizard. So I'll meet my wizard friend Gwilym, because I'm friends with him on Facebook, so I can easily arrange that without you. Whereas your brother's a different thing.
Well, he often says sometimes, because he's quite friendly, I think he's written a couple of times recently, going to the pub tonight, he just announces it, which is quite nice. And now that I've met him, I would go, but I didn't want to go before, because he was my friend's friend. But,
well, next time you spot that, and you think, oh, maybe I could get Toby to come, if there's a couple of hours, I'll get a bus up.
I mean, he's the type of person that wouldn't care if you hadn't met him before. You
No,
know,
I'm gonna charm the absolute fucking wizard off him. I'm gonna make him a level 7 wizard day 1, and then get him to level 8 in about 15 minutes. Anyway. Oh, that's better. Oh, yeah, there's loads coming back to my head. You just inverted my polarities.
to Bali yesterday, my mum put a red thing on my head, but she didn't put
isn't that synchronistic? Because I just did a video with it. I did a dance to a Disraeli track on my YouTube channel. The first time that I really danced in front of a camera. Pretty good. I didn't get egotistical about it. I haven't watched it back, but I've listened to it and it came out okay. So let me show you a thing or two about time travel.
What are you smoking?
Just tobacco. Pueblo, additive-free tobacco.
Is it like still got tar in it?
Yeah, it's just normal, but it doesn't have formaldehyde in it like all the British brands.
Oh, that's something, isn't it? Where did you get that?
Asda and Swansea Market. You can get it in Swansea Market. The Pueblo, yeah, it's good. This is my Tardis. The control panel, anyway.
I've got something for you to fix.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So good for the crop department. That's right, yeah. Good practice for me. I'll be able to fix them. I can fix headphones. Thank you. I'll work something out. It'll be used anyway.
They're like making the ones like the white ones that you had on the black.
Okay. So we're live now. We're streaming live. We have been all along, but I just noticed again. La la la. This track's